which will be one related to school-based education program. And that one will be given by Ms. Louise Dickerson. So welcome, Louise Dickerson. She will give that presentation.
Good afternoon. I'm Louise Dickerson, and I am a public health educator on CFSAN's education team with Lisa, who just spoke. As Lisa mentioned, we have various education and outreach programs tailored to reach certain subgroups, and the program that I work on specifically aims to reach school-age children at school through their teachers, who can be very influential for children of all ages. FDA and the National Science Teachers Association, or NSTA, began working together in 1999 to develop a food safety curriculum. And in 2005, we added nutrition content to our training programs in response to the increasing attention on childhood obesity. Since 1999, we have reached out to other school-based groups through conferences and our online content to more teachers who could promote our content in their classrooms and schools. Some of them are the American Association of Family and Consumer Sciences, the National Association of Biology Teachers, the National School Boards Association, and others. The goals of the school-based program are multiple, but most specifically, they are to improve nutrition literacy in students and to arm them with tools to make healthier food choices. The food label is one of the best tools we can focus on to help them make better food choices. Another overall goal is to help combat childhood obesity. Our strategy is to educate the teachers first. There are many misconceptions and a lot of misinformation around about nutrition. And teachers are often grappling with their own understanding of topics such as trans fat, sodium, and other topics. As teachers understand nutrition better, they can better help their own students. So we developed classroom activities that they can use immediately in the classroom. And FDA and NSTA created online lesson plans linked to the National Science Education Standards for any teacher anywhere to use. So here's a poll question. Would you answer yes or no to this question? At least one significant teacher in middle school or high school encouraged me or influenced my decision to pursue my current career. Please take 30 seconds to respond. So our results are in, and it says that 33% of you answered yes. We had 22 people respond yes, and so our statistics are changing, but they're roughly 31% now of you said yes, and 69% or 48 responses said no. Well, I'll tell you that we often hear about the impact that teachers have on their students and how much one inspiring or encouraging teacher can influence a child at any grade level, even in college. And these results surprise me a little bit, but obviously there are other people who can influence one's decision to pursue their current career. An added benefit of this program and our school-based program is promoting careers in nutrition, health, and science. So FDA's interest is to improve public health. The behavior change is a major challenge. Teachers can teach the scientific basis for better nutrition, and students tend to consider them to be highly credible sources of information and role models. So teachers play a critical role. The tools we use to reach teachers are both in-person and online approaches. We staff FDA exhibits at teacher conferences to talk with teachers and give them free nutrition education material. And we often run workshops or symposia in which we conduct activities with teachers to learn about the food label. Our online tutorials, lesson plans, and webinar archives provide immediately accessible, ready-to-use content. And of course, we promote the Label Man and Spot the Block resources that Lisa mentioned through our teacher programs, too. Two of our most popular activities that we conduct with teachers are a menu planning activity and a sugar and beverages exercise. For the menu planning activity, teachers use food labels and nutrition charts to plan a meal. For the beverages activity, they have to match baggies with different amounts of sugar with various beverage containers. Teachers can take both of the activities back to their classrooms for immediate use. FDA experts at our nutrition symposia introduced the dietary guidelines, Make Your Calories Count, or the Label Man tool, serving size, calories, and other important nutrition topics. The menu planning activity is a very eye-opening exercise, and several teachers have come up with their own adaptations of this activity. For example, some teachers have used the worksheets for their students to create as healthy a meal as they can using a fast food menu, since many fast food menus are available online. During these workshops, teachers also practice talking about nutrition information with each other and role play explaining nutrition to students. FDA experts also use this opportunity to clarify misconceptions. In this activity, teachers study beverage labels and match Ziploc baggies filled with sugar to the beverages they think contain that amount of sugar. This is a nice activity for teachers to use with their own students, and it can really lead to one of those aha moments, the learning moment for students, to see how much sugar they're actually consuming in various beverages. We also evaluate teachers' gains in understanding using a pre-test and a post-test at our symposia. The teachers are quizzed on aspects of the food label, which nutrients to limit, those to get enough of, and what the %DV means. And very significant increases in understanding are typically achieved. From this particular symposium, the raw pre- and post-assessment scores show a statistically significant increase in pre- and post-assessment scores for each participant but one. The darker purple bars represent the post-test responses. Many teachers cannot travel to conferences, and this has become increasingly true with school districts' shrinking budgets. So FDA and NSTA developed online resources for easy access to nutrition education materials, as well as to provide teachers with more individualized learning opportunities. The web content developed by FDA and NSTA is online at NSTA's Learning Center at this website. Teachers can add items to their personal online library and centralize their teaching and learning resources here. And the site houses an entire professional development portfolio feature that allows teachers to record and save any courses they complete. Another feature within the professional development section allows teachers to upload class notes and share class resources. There's even an email a friend or another teacher option. Webinars were real-time events from 2006 to 2010, and now these are archived for teachers to review or show their own students in NSTA's Learning Center, the LC. FDA experts gave hour-long interactive presentations on using the food label, the % daily value, salt, including its history since ancient times, dietary supplements, and sodium in the diet. Some short stretches from several of the webinars have also been saved as podcast segments that teachers can use with their students in the classroom or as a homework assignment, where students may have to watch and answer some questions about a segment. Even the interactive slides from original webinars are archived, so viewers can see how participants responded to poll questions, such as this one, where participants were asked which elements of the food label they use. The lesson plans that FDA and NSTA developed are divided by grade band to be age appropriate. For example, one of the elementary school level lesson plans includes an activity where the kindergarten through 4th grade students fold a piece of paper into thirds. They write the name of a nutrient or vitamin, such as C CA for calcium, or A at the top. They draw a picture of a food source for the nutrient in the middle, and they draw a picture of a body part or function the nutrient helps at the bottom. This activity follows a nutrition introduction and discussion by the teacher, and the activity reinforces the content learned. Each lesson plan also includes some additional introductory text to give teachers more background to understand a particular topic, as well as web links called STI links to other approved web content for teachers who direct children to do schoolwork in a computer lab or homework on a home computer. If you've looked in any science textbook recently, almost all of them have these STI link resources for more information at every grade level. All of this content is linked to the National Science Education Standards because teachers today are usually encouraged, if not required, to teach to testable education standards that represent important areas of understanding in any school. This next slide shows the topics covered by the nutrition tutorial. On the left, you can see some of what the complete tutorial covers. The screenshot on the right shows the table of contents for the complete tutorial. It's a little hard to see, but the sections are: what is food, what happens to the food I eat, what are nutrients, and what choices lead to a healthy lifestyle. There is a final assessment. A full subject tutorial takes about 10 hours to finish, and it can be completed in sections or in full. Teachers can choose to take a test at the end and earn a certificate from NSTA if they pass with a minimum score, and many teachers can count this towards their CEU requirement. The tutorial has interactive learning segments and quizzes throughout for teachers to check their understanding of the content, and users can also log out and return to suit their own schedules. The NSTA Learning Center has a large number of teachers who use it for all sorts of scientific content covering a wide range of science, including space science, climatology, physics, chemistry, and life sciences. So only a subset of active users are life science or consumer science or health teachers. Almost 9% of all users have one of FDA's tutorials, or science objects as they are called, in their personal online resource library account. Currently, more than 1,400 teachers have one or more FDA nutrition lesson plans in their library, and survey results show that teachers use them for various reasons, including to help themselves understand content better, to use as classroom activities, and to augment other classroom activities. This is a picture of a science teacher in one of our workshops. I like this quote, and I think it is true. He who dares to teach must never cease to learn. The best teachers learn throughout their careers to teach students of today. We're striving to provide teachers with high-quality nutrition education tools to help them learn and do their jobs better to benefit students. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Louise, for that wonderful presentation. We have some questions, of course. There is a question about, is an outline of the teacher activities also available to healthcare professionals? That's one of the questions. I will give you a chance to respond to that one, and then then there's another one about seniors. So, is an outline of the teacher activities also available to healthcare professionals? I gather they mean through the NSTA website, or.
Well, what I can tell you is that anyone can access these materials, whether they are a teacher or not. Boy Scout, Girl Scout leaders, and other people in the community can access all of this material. Anyone is allowed to access it for their own enrichment. We promote the materials to teachers specifically and other informal educators, but other healthcare professionals are certainly able to go to the same website and create a free account and collect materials to use for education as well.
Okay, thank you. There's another question of a similar nature. What about the daycare centers and the parents they need these information? Are you doing outreach for them as well? Teachers should require each child that their parents watch the FDA information with their kids. And that may refer back to the Spot the Block, the previous presentation as well as yours. So if you have any information that would help this person about daycare, or if we have our other speaker in the room as well, if she wants to come to the mic and respond.
Well, what I would say to begin with is that some of the elementary level materials through NSTA are age appropriate for your maybe 3-, 4-, and 5-year-old daycare students and children as well, because the kindergarten level material is often geared to children who are also not yet able to read and write as well. So some of the elementary level material through NSTA could be used in a daycare setting. I'd also point you to, well, I was going to say our Fight Back material, but that's really food safety. So I can't think of anything else related specifically just to the daycare setting.
The Spot the Block materials are really geared toward tweens, so ages 9 through 13, so I'm not sure that's exactly for daycare settings either. But there are exercises and materials for parents to be able to speak to their children about the food label. So, I mean, those could be helpful in any setting, and they can be downloaded off the web on a couple of websites that I mentioned earlier.
All right, well, there is one more question, but I think we're out of time. We need to bring our next speakers in. So thank you very much to our previous two speakers.